Welcome back to the Mini Performance YouTube channel. It's been a while since my last video. I've been busy work, which pays the bills and enables me to play with cars, and also working on other people's cars. In between hands, I have been able to do some work on Bumblebee. I'll give you a quick rundown of what I've done. As you can see, I've stripped out most of the stuff that was in the engine bay. Now there is a specific order that it all has to come out. The tricky part was remembering what that order was, because it was very full, this engine bay. The last thing I did yesterday afternoon was to get this supercharger support plate that I made off. I do need to redo it slightly because it's too awkward to get the bolts down the back end off, and you need to get those bolts off before you can get the exhaust manifold off. You need to move this plate this way to get this end stood on the exhaust. So the next job is to lift the head off. I've obviously got the rockers off. Head studs are all undone, all the head nuts are undone, etc. So I'll lift it off and let's have a look and see what sort of damage we got. You know what? That could have been a lot worse. There we go. It's not the end of the world. So next, let's have a look at the piston, and it doesn't look as happy. Although, yeah, it's not reusable. But also say there isn't a single mark I can see on the board. Oh no, hold on, I'll tell a lie, there's a tiny little dent there. Don't know if you'll see this. Just see if I can point to it. The camera's maybe picking it up, but just at the end, oh, there's something there showing, but I can't see that in real life. I think that's a reflection. But just there at the end of my wiggle stick is a tiny little indentation, and there's a couple of scratches just in here, and that's it. And the other pistons, obviously, they look fine, but just everything got a good coating. One thing that I have spotted is that I had a couple of core plugs starting to leak, which is a bit of a weird one. A bit of a strobing effect on the image as well, never mind. But that one there is leaking, and this one at the back has been leaking as well. You can see it under there. I'm not really sure why that is, because I've never really had core plugs leak before. And why would they corrode when it was all fresh? Yeah, odd. So the next job will be to continue getting the rest of the engine out, engine and gearbox out, exhaust off, all that sort of stuff. And then, while that's happening, because that's going to be happening over a long period of time, I'll see about getting that head repaired, because it doesn't look too bad. I just need a valve, valve guide, another bit of cleanup. It doesn't look too bad at all. Yeah, another thing to note is, yeah, I bought another 2 minis.